This is AC Storyline, aka Austin. Welcome back to my channel. And I just finished watching Happy Gilmore 2. And Happy Gilmore 2 is amazing. I would not sleep on this. Like, I wouldn't sleep on Superman. I wouldn't sleep on Fantastic Four, especially this one right here. This one has become an instant classic, just like the first movie. The first Happy Gilmore is a cult classic with classic comedy from The Sandman, aka Adam Sandler. This is one of his instant classics. Now, I miss the comedy like this. We haven't had comedy like this in a long time. Adam Sandler is a genius when it comes to comedy. We haven't had comedy like this in a long time. This the main thing I'm going to talk about in this is it felt like the 90s, early 2000 comedy, and we don't have that. The comedy we have today is jokes that they're funny, but they have to be um let's just say they have to be very sensitive to people and what they're doing in life, or very sensitive, and you can't really make fun of too much of people's lives. This Sandler's not afraid to push the boundaries and have that comedy that he knows that works for him. His daughters are in here, two of his daughters, his wife is in here. Obviously, of course, you have a lot of cameos with a lot of golfers. I don't know their names, but they're all pro golfers. You have Shooter McGavin coming back. The guy who plays Shooter McGavin comes back. You have um Travis Kelsey in here, which dates who's dating Taylor Swift. Is also a big football player. You have some music artists in here. You have Bad Bunny in here. You have Kid Cudi that comes towards the end of the movie. You have Ben Stiller that's in here. You have Rob Schneider that comes back to play, um, or just shows up as "You can do it" guy. You have Eminem that plays the son of the jackass guy. You have reference to the people like Bob Barker that's dead. You have his dead grandmother. You have the lady that has the air conditioning on top of her reference in here. If you've seen the first movie, what else? His wife comes back. The lady that plays his wife comes back. Um, what am I missing? Post Malone's in here. And some sports announcers from golfer in here. You have a lot of cameos, and you can go through all of them, but you have a lot of cameos. It's cameo central. Also, you have the storyline of Happy Gilmore and his wife Vanessa, I believe, Vanessa, Veraga, it's Vanessa, I think, or something starts with a V. But either way, you have his wife, the girl who was organizing the tournament in the first movie, become his wife, have several boys, and they have like four boys, and they have one girl. The one girl is played um, by Adam Sandler's daughter, and yeah, it goes through some things that we didn't see in the first movie, like he went on a couple of tours, and he kept on playing through the early 90s, and he became one of the world's greatest golfers. And then it just shows one, I'm not going to ruin it too much, but it shows one tragic day that he loses someone he really cares about. And then he's struggling to give his daughter what she wants is about life school in Paris. But then it goes from him being a a drunkard man to going back to the golf star that he is. And once you get back into that, it gets funnier because there's an all new type of golf that they want to do, maxi golf, where there's only seven holes, and he has to team up with some real golfers, well, pro golfers, and then shoot, team up with Shooter McGavin and rise back up to the top. Now, the guy who plays Shooter McGavin is very funny in this movie. The Shooter McGavin, they gave him a lot to do in here, and he still kind of plays in the beginning plays his villain role, but then helps he helps Happy Gilmore take down this other rival golfing league or team, and it was kind of cool to see that. Put their differences apart, but also like they had a funny moment where they're quoting old stuff like you eat like when they said you eat a piece of shit, I eat piece of shit it's like you for breakfast, and he says it at the cemetery. Oh, I eat a piece of. I'm not gonna take this from someone that eats pieces of shit for breakfast, and then he beats him up right in front of Bob Barker's. Tombstone says I mean, the game's over, bitch. So they do old references in here, stuff that you would know from the first movie. Um, there's a lot in this movie, and it's just funny. And the comedy comes back to you, like comedy from the first movie comes back, and this he writes it perfectly well. The story is written good. Um, you have new elements with his kids and all that stuff. I mean, Happy Gilmore's kids and daughter and all that stuff that working like him rising from the top, working at a grocery store, him becoming less than what he was. You see a lot new elements in here, but it still becomes a funny instant classic. The people that came to play, like the music stars, like Post Malone, that's playing not himself, but playing a DJ. Eminem playing the Jackass guy's son. Um, Kid Cudi playing an FBI agent. Ben Stiller playing the same character he played with at the nursing home for the grandmother, which they showed a reference to. Um, Travis Kelce playing a like restaurant waiter. Um, Bad Bunny that's in the background here plays his caddy. They have the original caddy that he had in the first movie that he shakes playing against him. Um, they also show a reference to that, like an old. It also brings some old movie clips back in here and different things, a lot of different things. You have to watch the movie. I don't want to ruin it, but this is a great comedy movie. I loved it. It brought back the old comedy of Adam Sandler that we needed so much. Like Hoobie Halloween was good. It's a modern day comedy, but also like Grown Ups 2 and Grown Ups 1 are great for modern. Same thing as Pixels, but like we're talking about days like Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, and Waterboy are the pinnacle of old 90s, early 2000 comedy that I enjoy from Adam Sandler, and Adam Sandler brought it in this movie. Once again, it's still modern, but he brought the stuff that we needed. He brought what we wanted, and I wanted this. This is old classic comedy, and this is the one of the best things I've seen on Netflix. Gotta be honest, don't like all Netflix movies besides this and Medea's. Um, besides this and besides this one and Medea's Destination Wedding. I saw that one before this one, but this Happy Gilmore and Medea Wedding is the two best movies I've seen all summer on Netflix. I don't really watch too much stuff on Netflix. I mean, I do watch some of the animes and some Jurassic World cartoons, but I don't watch too much stuff. I'm mainly on Disney Plus because they have what I need, and Max, I'm on there what they have what I need. But you get my point. This is one of the best comedies I've seen on here. And Adam Sandler making movies for Netflix is great. I wish this was in the movie theater. The only other complaint I have is I wish this was in the movie theater because it would make bank between it won't probably won't make it will make bank, but probably won't make as much money between Superman and Fantastic Four. But it would make money because you have those Adam Sandler fans. And the reason why I say that because once it's in theaters, it'll go straight into digital and 4K and Blu-ray. And once it's a Netflix original, it's not going anywhere. It's staying on the platform. And I have Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore um, 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 physical media. I have the physical copy of those things. My bad, I blanked out. Physical copy of a double feature of Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. The same thing with Waterboy and Pixels and Bedtime Stories. You get my point. It's nothing like having his movies in the movie theater and having a physical copy of it and having it in your library. I still need to get more of his library. I still need to get Jack and Jill and all that stuff. But like, there's things to Adam Sandler that I do enjoy, and this is one thing that I'm glad it's going to be on Netflix forever. But like, they even have Happy Gilmore 1 on there, and it's about to leave, but it's also the top 10 on there. So I would watch Happy Gilmore 1 if you haven't seen Happy Gilmore 1. Watch it before it leaves, and then go to this one, and then enjoy this one because this one's not leaving Netflix. The other one will because it's not owned by Netflix. This is owned by Netflix. Part two is owned by Netflix. So the only thing I'm saying is I wish that Netflix would also branch out into physical media. That way people that like Medea or even Adam Sandler's stuff like this, Adam Sandler's stuff like this, will have those two movies on physical. That's all I'm saying. But this How About Gilmore is on top of Medea, of course, but Medea and How About Gilmore are like the two best comedies I've seen on Netflix so far. But How About Gilmore is always going to have a place in my heart. But part two, hit it out of the park or hit it out of the green into a hole, into the um the hole because it's an instant classic, just like the first one. If you like this video, put a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and deuces.